Good morning, students. Today, our class is English and we will study a new chapter, Unit number 7, A Visit to Cambridge, written by Firdaus Kanga. This is a beautiful story for two disabled person or scientist, and I am reading the summary of the story that you can understand easily when you read your textbook. Okay? Let's start this beautiful story, A Visit to Cambridge. This is a story of a meeting between two disabled people. Both were extraordinary in their fields. Stephen Hawking is a great scientist, though he suffers from paralysis. He is confined to a wheelchair and he can speak only with the help of a computer. Firdaus Kanga, the writer and journalist from Mumbai, was born with very weak and easily breakable bones. He too moves around in a wheelchair. He meets Hawking in England. The two had discussed how the so called normal people should talk at the disabled. The writer, Firdaus, was on a walking tour through Cambridge. His guide told him about Stephen Hawking, who was occupying Newton's chair at the university. But Hawking was a disabled fellow. He wrote a brief history of time, one of the all time best sellers. Firdaus phoned Hawking's house and spoke to his assistant. He said that he was from India and wanted to meet him and write about his travel in Britain. Firdaus was granted a half an hour meeting. The thought of meeting somebody like him in a wheelchair gave Firdaus courage. Both of them were disabled. Their bodies were disintegrating. Hawking had a little switch in his hand. He was able to move his finger to find the words on his computer. He felt exhausted very often, but his mind was brilliant and bubbling with thoughts. Firdaus remarked that people often thought that disabled people were unhappy people. Hawking said that the patronizing attitude of others at times amused him. He admitted that he left annoyed when another disabled person came and disturbed him in his work. The body, in his case, was just a box for brilliant mind and soul. He did not see anything good about being disabled. Seeing the poor condition of the great scientist, Firdaus felt great relief even though he could neither talk, walk nor even stand. Hawking did not like the idea of the disabled Olympics. He thought that it was a waste of time. He advised to the disabled people was that they should concentrate on what they were good at. Hawking made Firdaus spend 1 hour instead of an hour with him. He was offered tea and was taken around the garden. Hawking went about in his motorized wheelchair. Then the time came to depart. Firdaus got up to take leave of his eminent host. He could neither kiss Hawkins nor cry, but he was convinced that the paralytic scientist was a symbol of bravery. This is the gist of the story, and I am giving some meaning here that you will understand. Brittle, easily breakable, metaphor, symbol or image, or the deserving, successor means heir or descendant, Astrophysics, scholar of astrophysics, branch of physics dealing with stars, planets, etc. Propelled, drove, disembodied, lacking of body or freed from the body. Disintegrating means becoming much less strong and tending to get destroyed. Anguish, shiver, mental suffering or agony. Buoyant, intensely active and vibrant. Corpse, dead body. Chronically, habitually. Patronize, support. Sentimental, over emotional. Slump, fall or drop. Torso, upper part of the body. Wasted, worn or become weak. Then irrelevant, unrelated or unimportant. Incandescence, inner glow or light. Accessory, not essential but extra through decorative. Synthesizer means electronic instrument. Inflections, rise and fall of the voice in speaking, modulation in speech. Exhilaration means joyful. Lychee means phrase or idea used so often that it loses its meaning. Great, gleefully means very happily. Grinning means smiling. Dodge means avoided, kept away. Embodiment, perfect example. And phrase and idioms here, fed up with means bored or disgust with someone or something. This glossary, this meaning or this word will come when you read your textbook. So it is necessary to understand the meaning of those words. Okay. See you in next class. Thank you.